Are you into exhibitionism?
I plead the fifth.
You're not American. You don't get to do that.
Do not Google Bad Thaylien. It's not as bad as Bad Dragon, but it's still pretty bad.
I really like the guy, but if you could... Stop it.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Xeno has watched so much anime that it has rotted his brain.
Rotted or enhanced?
Hello and welcome everyone to this most sensual episode of Notice Me Senpai, where we indulge in all of our guiltiest pleasures. Our cast today combines the most sublime to the most ridiculous, from me, Thaylien, to our very dear Scarlett, and this is Nasuth. I think he's unavailable in 14 time zones. Our senpai, as always, is the dulcet tones of pre-sweetened British content creator Xenogelion.
How many time zones are there?
24.
No. I don't think it's 24. You're lying.
Would I lie to you?
Yes, you fucking would.
Yes, but there's 24 hours in a day, and the world goes all the way round.
Remind me after this trial to introduce you to Time Cube.
Time Cube.
And I can introduce you to Google. There are 24. So, let us begin. Question 1. When you sit down to watch any anime, it's important that you indulge in only the most comfortable and decadent food and drink to ease you into your weekly new episodes. What is your preferred choice of beverage and food to accompany your watching?
Okay, so the beverage is pretty damn easy. Typically, it's Dr. Pepper because it is the beverage of intellectuals.
True.
Steins Gate has taught me such. So, if I drink enough Dr. Pepper, one day I will be the smart.
Mad scientist.
It's so cool! Son of a bitch! Anyway, that besides the point, with the food option, I don't know, I'd probably go with strawberries or raspberries.
Ooh, the reddest of berries. Very guilty pleasure.
Yeah, because blackberries are red, apparently.
Oh, yes.
So chocolate Dr. Pepper, got it.
No, not chocolate, because otherwise I get fatter, and I'm already too fat.
Chocolate Diet Dr. Pepper.
It's all right, Xeno. It's all right. This is a safe space. You can admit to your guilty pleasures.
What the fuck is Diet Dr. Pepper? Do you know how much I have to work to fit in this armor?
They have to use a lot, like a whole pound of lard and like a crowbar and,
Also bacon fat. They have to fry the bacon and use the fried juices to actually get me.
And if he falls over, after that he goes downhill quite quickly. Also, I get to eat the bacon afterwards, which doesn't help maintaining the structural integrity of this armor, but still, it is delicious.
What is your... It's not a guilty pleasure, it's actually good, for real, anime?
Oh my fucking god. It's 100% High School Double D, because the sheer volume of times I have expressed I enjoy it for the plot. It's like the plot. I hate the fact that anime memes turned around and said plot basically means the boobs, right? I've also just discovered the backstory means the butt, right? So it's just like, I can't fucking win on this stuff. But no, genuinely, I love the plot of it. 1, it's a power suit show. I love me power suits. 2, I love the fact that I think it's the 2nd season. You have these 2 dragon warriors, right? See, this is why you can tell I can actually care about the plot. You have these 2 dragon warriors. They're both warriors. They're both in power suits, right? 1 has the ability to double its power. The other one has the ability to divide its opponent's power and absorb the excess, right? So the dividing one seriously has the advantage, but it needs a strong opponent in order to actually do anything. But the one that has the ability to increase its own power, the Red Dragon Emperor, basically rips off like a control orb, like, a crystal or whatever, out of the White Dragon Emperor, the one that divides, and then rams it into its own hand, nearly killing himself, just so he can basically abuse maths and both multiply and divide his own power to become infinitely powerful and just waste the other person. It's fucking amazing. I love the plot. It's stupid. It's great. I love it. There's also boobs.
Maths, motherfuckers.
God, what was the quote from Discovery? It was like, science is cool or something. I don't remember.
You guys, this is so fucking cool.
It is fucking cool.
This is the power of math, people. Come on.
You are correct, Ensign.
Science! Fuck yeah!
Discovery?
Star Trek Discovery. The apocryphal series that does not exist.
The one that I try to purge from my mind every 5 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to use it, because it would hurt you, you know.
Next question.
All right. What is a character in any anime that you love that everyone else seems to hate? A guilty lover, if you will.
Oh dear God. This is a really fucking hard question. A character I love but everyone else hates.
Yeah, so like if you loved Eren Yeager, you know, clearly you would be in the minority now.
Or maybe a character from...
Oh, God.
No, Thaylien. Bad Thaylien. Bad. Don't Google that. Bad Thaylien. Bad.
Yes, do not Google Bad Thaylien. It's not as bad as Bad Dragon, but it's still pretty bad.
I don't genuinely have an answer for this. Maybe Darkness? I don't know how many people cringe at Darkness because, like, she's just weird, horny, and into the whole being punished while trying to be a tank at the same time. Like, I would love it if games like World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy XIV adopted this mentality of you had a tank that couldn't actually do anything apart from gain aggro, and then once they do, they're happy to do so. I would love that, but it's not really something I thought of. I mean, typically, whenever I actually have an obsession of a character, most people just switch that off and like, oh yeah, he's going on about it again. Yeah, okay. Oh, he's talking about Toru again. Oh, okay, that's nice. Sorry. Oh, he's talking about Rias Grammar again. Oh, okay, that's nice. Yeah, there. Oh, he's talking about Ryoko again. Oh, okay.
How many times do I have to listen to that guy talk about the Guyver?
Fuck you so much. Can't have nice things.
So, moving on to round 2 of the questioning. England has had a heatwave this summer, but anime must go on. In the summer heat, what is the least amount of clothing you've worn to watch your anime?
I plead the 5th.
You're not American. You don't get to do that.
I plead the... Oh, God damn it.
He sits there completely naked, covered in bacon grease, fresh out of his armor.
Eating the bacon.
Give it up trying to fit in my armor. I'm just wearing my Goblin Slayer helmet. I just got the Goblin Slayer helmet on. You know?
And your socks.
And I'm just
slowly sliding off the leather sofa he has.
Oh, leather sofa? Oh, no. Right, okay. Genuinely, right? At one point in time, I had to work from my apartment during a heat wave. Now, my old apartment had bugger all insulation, and it was getting 33 degrees in the room. It was so goddamn hot in there. I didn't have a fan or anything.
It's very warm for reference.
Yeah, very, very fucking warm for reference. Nasuth, do the conversion thing if you have
freedom units conversion.
In fact, fuck it. Let's put the whole gamut in there. Put Kelvin in there as well. But the point was, I was on my faux leather office chair, right? I genuinely had to peel myself off of the chair because it was so fucking hot. I will never buy another leather chair again.
As everyone knows, skin-to-skin contact can get problematic when you sweat superglue.
And also bacon grease. Yeah, doesn't help. Yeah. Doesn't help at all, right?
I have a question for you, and it is, what anime, if you hear someone say that they like, makes you lose all respect for them?
Aside from...
Okay,
Stop. Getting so demonetized.
Yeah, stop that.
Remember to subscribe to the Patreon.
I'm going to say I have very strong feels about Overlord.
In what sense?
To the point of, I don't know why fucking Madhouse, of all companies, have done 4 seasons of that, but only 1 season of, One Punch Man, and fucking No Game, No Life.
No Life.
Mother,
I knew he was going to say it.
Of course I was going to fucking say it, right?
The infinitely better series, No Game, No Life.
It's because Overlord is a moneymaker, you know?
I don't understand how.
They don't want to actually do work. They want to make easy money.
It's just like, not even fucking Ainz know where the fucking plot's going.
Well, that's the point, that you can turn your brain off.
Yeah. after a hard 20-hour day at the Japanese salt mines, you've got to sit down and relax, and as not being a salaryman anymore, for those 4 hours that you're not working.
Yeah. Next question.
When you sit down to watch one of your guilty pleasures, are you ever concerned what other people will think of you when they find out?
Well, not really. They've physically seen me, so I mean, if they're not repulsed by the visage that is Goblin Slayer, bacon grease
Covered homunculus,
right? Fucking hell. Anyway, no, I if people fucking have a go at me, it's like, oh, I can't believe you like that. I mean, fucking people give me shit for liking the Guyver, and I really like the Guyver. If you could, stop it. So the Guyver's ultimate weapon is the Mega Smasher, or the Giga Smasher, if you know Guyver Gigantic at all. But the number of times my close personal friends, and I can't believe I'm about to admit this, my close personal friends wind me up by calling it the boob cannon. It's just, fuck.
Well, I know what I'm going to start doing now.
Damn, I hate you so
Oh,
much.
you mean the titty launcher?
Oh my god.
We'll be back to the Kohai in a few moments, but first, have you ever wanted Senpai to notice you? There's an easy way to get right to the head of the class. It's called Patreon, where as little as $1 gets you a spot on the honor roll and grants you an extended version of this very video where the Kohai are allowed to let loose a little more. But being clever is also its own reward, so ace that test by liking, commenting, and subscribing if you're not already. If you're looking for more, then dare to approach the student council over at KanpaiCast, where you can listen to them discuss the greatest and latest in anime. So I hope to see you later at Kendo Club.
All right, because many people consider the very act of watching anime to be something that one can be shamed for, any watching of anime at all can be called a guilty pleasure, as we have just kind of found. However, we are stronger than that. So we need an act that is a little more intense. In that regard, what is the anime that you have actively passed up another social interaction to watch?
Oh, as in like, I haven't bothered to like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't go out and touch grass. I'm too busy watching My Dress Up Darling. You talking like that?
Yes.
I'd like to think I've never done that. I mean, typically the upshot is, by most of my friends that I actually go spend time with is like, I'll just go take the anime to them and it's like, yeah, we're watching this now. I'm like, do we have to? He's like, yes.
So it's even more of a guilty pleasure because you force it upon others.
Yeah. I mean, like, so Loz came to visit this weekend, and we ended up starting watching. From start, neither of us had seen this, called Armored Girl Machiavellism, whatever that word is.
Indeed.
And so we started watching that, and it was just like, why are we watching this? I don't know. It was on a top 10 recommended list.
I see. So, sub-question from this, are you into exhibitionism?
Why do I put myself through this shit? I swear to God.
Well, it's not for the monetization, is it?
No.
So, Xenogelion, Netflix anime. There's a lot of it coming out recently. One of them, technically, JoJo is now a Netflix anime, and they've just done that thing again where we're gonna have to wait another 9 months for the final episodes of the season. I don't have a question. I just really wanted to bitch on someone else's platform about it.
Okay, no. Okay, right. So I will say, I am happy that JoJo Part 6 Part 2 wasn't the end of JoJo Part 6, because I was worried that they were going to try and cram it all into just 24 episodes or 26 episodes.
Oh, I was too, to be fair, but
right.
I wanted to see the ending.
Yes, right. I completely give you that, but I also appreciate the fact that spoilers, if you don't want to know what happens, skip ahead.
How do I skip? I'm on the episode. How do I skip?
But the fact is that the third part of the season isn't in the prison, right? At least,
no,
not. One thing I'm pissed off about with JoJo Part 6 is why did they change the spelling of Kujo?
I don't know. It bothers me.
Yeah, it's like, in part 3, it was Kujo, right? And now all of a sudden, it's Cujoh. And I'm like, what? And they didn't just change it for Jolie. They changed it, Jolene. They changed it for Jotaro as well. And I'm so confused.
So when you think of all the different genres of anime out there, which one as a whole is a guilty pleasure for you. You know, other people would see that genre and go, "Oh, gross! I don't want to watch that." Like, "Oh, sci-fi! I hate sci-fi."
This is an easy one. It's harem, right? Most people fucking hate harem shows. I love them because of the antics. Harem shows just have such incredible potential for hijinks and mishaps, and like Data Life. Data Life is just so fucking good. Even though Nasuth hates it for some uncultured reason because he's a swine. But I mean, unfortunately, there's just been some stuff that's just been coming out as of recent that's just like, I've been lied to this entire time. Why are you ruining my genre? Stop ruining my genre. Like fucking World's End Harem. Oh my fucking god, that was horrific. Okay, right. I'm sorry I have to turn this back on you three lovely individuals. Right. How many girls do there need to be at least before, of the opposite gender? 3 characters of the opposite gender before it is a harem?
I would say at least 3.
2.5.
99.
2.5? I'm not even going to acknowledge you, Nasuth. 2.5? Okay, right.
Oh, I know what the half is. The half is it's a stepsister.
Oh my god.
Not following that train of thought. Right. So you'd certainly agree 1 is not a harem. Harem in the Labyrinth of Another World has had 9 episodes with 1 female protagonist.
But does she have more than one personality?
Ah, there is that, yes.
Is she salty and spicy?
She is, more than a plank of wood. I feel like I probably shouldn't have opened this can of worms because this could go into the whole adult stuff in episode 4 onwards.
So many censor bars.
Stuff.
Well, I mean, it's the easiest way to, describe sex scenes, so.
Yes, indeed. Professional adulting.
Oh my god.
Moving on then. It's long been established that the Isekai anime creates some of the most overpowered protagonists. And even some of your favorite anime feature some very, very powerful main characters. In your time away from the screen, have you ever pretended to be one of those characters?
Do I really have to be American to plead the fifth?
Yes.
Oh.
He's pretended to be Kobayashi.
I mean...
because he really wants to eat that tail.
I mean, right,
please phrase.
First off, I'm glad that that's what you said and not like, oh, he's pretended to be...
You pretended to be Kirito, didn't you? Nasuth, edit this so it looks like I said it.
Yes!
No, fuck off! Fuck off, that's Kirito, because he secretly loves Sona. I'm like,
oh damn, I missed,
yeah, I'm glad you missed that opportunity. I've ruined it for you now. None of you can say it. Yeah, no, I'm like, to be honest, I have like fantasized about the idea of Shield Hero with the whole weird intricacies of how the combat system works and the leveling system. I think it's excellent. I think it was a brilliant show.
Xeno, who is the best boy / girl / MB that makes a bad anime worth watching?
How to piss off Xeno in one word. Say Ryoko.
Wow. My gut reaction was to say fuck off. Right, okay, right. So, I'm going to say the title. I'm going to give you pause to laugh at like, or cringe or whatever to react. And then I'm going to explain what the show's about. So the show is called A Sister's All You Need.
No.
Okay, all right.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. The show is about these established light novel authors, right? And they all have their weird quirks, right? I'd argue the main protagonist, he is a light novel author, and he has a little sister complex. Now, I showed Loz the first episode of it, and for the first few minutes, he was like, what the fuck am I watching? Because, no word of a lie, this little sister character turns up to wake up her brother in the most adult stuff. Well, actually, no, not the most adult stuff. The most provocative way possible. She makes him breakfast and things, and she pulls a pair of panties out from another dimension to wipe down his face, and he eats the underwear. Like, Loz's face was so horrified at what I was making him watch. The very next instance was this guy in a suit wearing glasses holding this stack of pages, slamming them onto the table, going, what the fuck is this shit? Turns out he was actually reading a draft of a light novel that this author had put together. And it was just so horrific that the editor, who this guy was, had to reject it before getting past the first page and told the guy to start it again from scratch without reading any more of it. Start the whole thing again from scratch. And it has to be done by the end of the month.
It wasn't the eating panties that was the problem. It was the summoning them from out of nowhere. It just strains credulity.
It's so funny. It is so fucking hilarious. It's like, can you just imagine being a programmer and then like you just name all the variables, like, you know, erotic terms. And then, like, you pass it to your supervisor. Your supervisor turns around and says, you have to rewrite all of this. Thank you very much. Fucking love that.
So, you know, I think you need Jesus.
No, it's fine. It's fucking hilarious.
I think I need an old priest and a young priest. And
it's brilliant. I love it.
Okay, is there an anime that you've absolutely loved in the past, but when it's pointed out to you that you've overlooked something goofy inside of it, like you know, boobs being used as a tripod to shoot past somebody else's wiggling, jiggling boobs? Does it ever make you embarrassed and turn it into a guilty pleasure?
I mean, actually, it's kind of the opposite. So, funny enough, on Campicast, we had Hydroxate many months ago, and he was telling us about some of the stuff he watched. And out of nowhere, in the list he provided of stuff he'd watched, he put on there High School of the Dead. And High School of the Dead is just so fucking ridiculous in how sexualized it is. You can't help but sit there and go, what the fuck am I watching? As you described it, where a guy's using a sniper rifle that is, like, you know, strapped to another girl who he is using as a tripod, and as he fires, he is firing horizontally between this jiggling bosom, right? As the bosom goes in opposing directions, and it's just like it's utterly fantastically ridiculous.
Yes, it is.
The first time I watched it, I was like, this is trash. This is so fucking trash. This is so unconscious. It's like unconscionably dumb. I couldn't continue it. And after doing that Campicast with Hydroxide, I ended up watching it again. I was just like, okay, this is dumb in a fun way.
Like one of those terrible B movies that you just watch for fun.
Yes.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Xeno has watched so much anime that it has rotted his brain.
Rotted or enhanced.
Well, everyone, this is the end of our episode on Guilty Pleasures. I think we should all take what we've learned here today and ensure that Xeno is forever guilty about all of his pleasures. Before we go, a word from our sponsor, Uratsuki Doji, the legend of the Overfiend, Xeno's guiltiest of guilty pleasures, is proud to sponsor Notice Me Senpai. So from me, from Scott, from Nasuth, and from our good sponsor, we all wish you a fantastic day.
I'm so glad no one watches the fucking end.